Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Today is May 21st, 2015. My name's Rex Harris, and as always, it's an honor and a privilege to spend some time with you here today. I had the opportunity to talk with a gal who I respect greatly in our workspace this morning. And she is an experienced marketer, has had a lot of success working from home. And she reached out to me today to ask, she said, Rex, she said, what are the three things that most people are struggling with when it comes to their home business right now? And the first thing that came to my mind was mechanics. Because I believe that when it comes to building your business online, this is probably one of the number one things that people struggle with. And the reason that I say that is because I've surveyed thousands of marketers over the years. And when I ask them specifically, what are some of the things that you want to learn? And then I'll give them options, like in multiple choice, for example. And you would be amazed at how many people don't have or know how to use an autoresponder, how many people don't know how to set up profiles, how many people don't know how to use videos and images and things like that. Well, if you're going to market online, the mechanics have to get done. And you've probably heard me say this before if you've been to any of my workshops or watched any of my videos, that the mechanics of marketing online have to get done. Okay, and either you're going to do them or you're going to pay someone to do them for you. Okay, now I'm the type of guy that loves this stuff. I like creating content. I like doing videos. I like building stuff. I'm the creativity is kind of like my thing. I enjoy what it is that I do, and I understand that to outsource a lot of the mechanics, well, you can do a lot of that through Fiverr and stuff like that on a very reasonable budget. When you learn the mechanics, okay, not only does that give you the ability to go out and create the presence online that you need to clone yourself so you can get traffic and referrals and sales 24 hours a day, it also increases your value in the workspace and can give you the opportunity to do that work for people if you wanted to perhaps go down the service-based road, as an online marketer, which I did for a lot of years. But what I found in offering services to other people is that I just basically became an employee in my own home. But if that's something that you want to do, that's fantastic, because better to be an employee in your own home, in my viewpoint, than to be an employee for somebody else. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're going to be successful as a home business owner, there's going to be a certain level of work that you do every day. Whether you're doing the mechanics or you're outsourcing the mechanics, you're still going to be working with your team. You're still going to be creating content. There's always going to be work that needs to get done. So what I want to share with you today is how to set up a winning profile on IBOToolbox. And there's a couple of reasons why it's important to do this. Number one, it's a great way to get on the front page of Google for your name and push a lot of your other content to the front page of Google for your name, which gives you greater credibility through branding. And number two, you can actually leverage your profile to be a central hub, if you will, of your presence on IBOToolbox, and then use your press releases to drive traffic to that. Make that page your primary traffic source, give people exceptional value, and start building your list from that place. So that's what we're going to talk about here today. Let me go ahead and grab a swig of water here, and we will get started. Now, if you're not already a member of IBOToolbox, it's important that you do that so you can actually log into the Academy of Home Business and go to the referral builder and create your account there. And if you're already a member of IBO Toolbox, now is the time to log in to your profile and follow what I'm going to show you how to do. We're going to jump on into the infinite loop here, and away we will go. So we're going to go over here to IBO Toolbox, and once you've logged in to create your account, or after you've created your account, if you go over here to edit profile, everything you need to set up your profile from A to Z is right here. Okay, let me turn that off here. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through this top to bottom. Okay, so this whole page here is the key to creating a winning profile in IBO Toolbox. It's actually going to cause people to take action. All right, again, this is about cloning yourself. So even when you're asleep at night and people are finding your content from all over the globe, you are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so we're going to start off with your basic information and make sure that this is accurate, okay? Your first name and last name, and brand yourself. This is not for branding a business. I see a lot of people do that, but this is for the purposes of branding you. You're creating a digital clone of yourself here on IBO Toolbox. And again, make sure everything is accurate. Your name, phone number, and Skype ID, okay? Here's what I see when people don't post their phone numbers. I see someone that's probably not at a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 on how serious they are about being successful, okay? Because to me, you know, I hear a lot of people in our workspace say, well, Rex, I'm really here to help people. Okay, well then why don't you take incoming calls? What if that one person needs help at 6 o'clock in the evening when they get home from work and they don't have a way to reach out to you? And you've just missed an opportunity to share some value with them and potentially generate a sale or a sign up in a business opportunity down the road. Okay, use your phone number. Okay, serious marketers put their contact information everywhere. And if you don't think I'm serious, all right, well, oh, I've actually got screen sharing on, but inside the Rockstars a JV Zoo book, okay, boom, phone number, Facebook ID, Twitter ID. You want people to be able to find you if you're going to be a top producer in this workspace, because it's the people that they can find they end up joining the business with. Okay, so make sure your contact information is there. Your email address, that's just for communication from IBO Toolbox. Nobody else sees that. Your IBO Tube channel. If you don't have an IBO Tube channel, don't worry about that right now. That's something that we're going to talk about in a later video. And if you've got an IBO gig store, you're going to want to include that too if you're selling services on IBO gigs. The next thing, so important, is your profile image. You want to utilize a professional, high quality image, all right, that looks the camera in the eye and it smiles at the person looking at the picture. Nobody wants to work with a grumpy Gus, okay, especially me. If I look at somebody's profile picture and it looks like a mugshot, or they look like they, you know, just ate a box of razor blades, I'm not going to reach out to that person, because of the fact that a picture speaks 1,000 words. And the expression on somebody's face will tell you exactly what's going on in their life, okay? The Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Well, I'm telling you what, out of the abundance of the heart, okay, the face speaks too. And if you've got somebody that's got just turmoil and anxiety and garbage going on in their life, it's going to show on their face, all right? So make sure, smile, look the camera in the eye, and let people see that light shine through you, okay? I'm actually going to open up another tab here. Give me just a second. Okay. slide this over here so we can kind of see this side by side. Okay. The next step here is to add your businesses, the links to the opportunity, the product, and the description about your business. Okay. This information does not go on your profile. This information goes where it goes. Okay. And that's under the businesses tab here. So whatever you add here is business info in your title, whatever your title is. And if you're in a network marketing based business opportunity and you use the name here, like for example, Motor Club of America, okay, you're not the owner or CEO of Motor Club of America. Now, if you have a branded LLC that you have created called, motorvehiclebenefits.com LLC, well, then you're the CEO or the owner. Okay, if you're going to use your primary business opportunity here, you're a representative, you're a distributor, so on and so forth. All right, and you always want to add a link to the business opportunity and a link to the actual product here. Or this is also a great place to add a link to a lead capture page that leads people toward your business opportunity. Okay, and you can add as many of these here as you want. The thing that I recommend that you do cautiously is not list too many things, list a couple of primary things, and that's it. Because the reason that so many people get confused in our workspace is because of all of the options. They don't know what to choose. They don't know what to do if there's too many options. So you want to give people limited options. Plus, when you create a profile like this under the business tabs, it shows focus. And people want to work with focused, driven people. If they come here and they see 10 different things that you're involved with, they're going to say, whoa, I don't want to be involved in 10 different things. Okay, if I get a hold of this guy, is he going to try to pitch me on all of this stuff? I don't want to join all that. And that's going to be a deterrent. So this is one of those things where less is more when it comes to listing your businesses. And make sure that your links work anytime you post them. Okay, click on this stuff. Check for spelling. Okay, this all counts. Remember, you're here to make a professional impression and attract the right people to work with you. So make sure that you make this look as good as you can possibly make it. All right. So continuing on, let's talk a little bit about the IBO Contributor Badge and the importance of this, because there's two things that are important about the IBO Contributor Badge. Number one is it lets people know that you are serious about what it is that you're doing. Okay. It basically, for lack of a better way to put it, shows people that you're a player. Okay. That you're here for keeps. Because in order to get an IBOToolbox Contributor Badge, you've either got to become part of Club IBO, okay, which is a great value because you get advertising credits for that every month. You get an advertising free profile. And secondly, if you think about it and you're looking for, to build relationships with people who are serious about their business, if they have a contributor badge, it shows you that they're willing to put money into their business. They're willing to put their money where their mouth is, and that they understand, at least at some basic level, that, hey, if I'm going to be successful in business, I'm going to have to invest in my business. So this is something that people will look at when making a decision whether or not they want to connect with you. Okay, so moving onward down the page. Now let's start talking about the actual creation of your profile. All right, this doesn't need to be, super fancy or anything like that. It just needs to be professional. Okay, and we'll go over here and we'll take a look at mine. Actually, go back to the page here. You'll see that the way that I have mine set up, because of the fact that I'm working to create a digital clone of myself on the internet, I utilize a video here that engages people introduces myself, lets people into my reality, shows some vulnerability. I've got my grandson on my lap, you know, and my grandson's there smiling. You know, it paints a picture for people of what your reality is like. And then from there, I go into a free training, okay, where I walk people through my entire process for working on IBO Toolbox. I've created a whole entire video series that I give away. It's easily worth $1,000 that I give away for free. So people can come in here and build a presence here that's going to actually attract some quality people into their life. You'll notice on my profile, I don't do any pitching or any selling of a business opportunity or anything like that. As a matter of fact, you can't even really find out what business opportunity I'm involved with until you subscribe through one of my lead capture pages. Because when I'm working to assist others and answering questions and solving problems, it's got nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them. That's the key. Answering questions and solving problems. And I do that through the provision of this, you know, high value video series I've created called IBO Toolbox Mojo. So basically people get crazy value from me here on my profile. And then the only thing I ask for them in return the first time is a click. And you might think that, wow, that's really not that big a deal. Getting a click from someone is a huge deal because it shows commitment. And a lot of people don't understand that. Okay. All they have to do to get access to video 2 is click their mouse. Okay. I'm showing my commitment through the value I'm sharing. I'm honoring my word by giving them exactly what I tell them I'm going to give them. So by the time they get through the value in this video and the value here on this page, they're more than happy to give me their name and their email address because they want to get more of these videos. For those of you that were there last night on the hangout that Darren Little and I did, one of the things that we talked about was on the front end of your marketing system, you want to give 10 times the value of any price tag associated with the solution to the problem inside your marketing system that may be a product for sale or an opportunity to join. Okay, 10 times that value on the front end of whatever it is that you're going to ask for in terms of dollars and cents, because then people will buy from you happily with a smile on their face. And a lot of times I've even heard people say this, that I've given so much value on the front end, and I've heard other marketers say the same thing, that they've given so much value on the front end that people have come to them and said they actually felt obligated to buy or join something from them because we gave so much value up front. Many times, because of the way that I give value online, people will come to me and they'll be ready to join and they don't even know what it is that I do. They don't know what business opportunity I'm promoting, but they just want to join with me because of the fact that I've given them so much up front that we've created a bond, and now they want to work together because they see me as someone that can lead them to the promised land and cure their pain. That's the whole key to this. It's not about reaching people's wallets or their pocketbooks. It's about reaching their heart, guys. That's the key to this. So creating a video is actually very easy. You can do this through Google Hangouts, just like I'm doing today, absolutely free. And it doesn't even matter if anybody's watching. As long as you've got a Google account, you can go to YouTube, click upload, go to Google Hangouts on air, and do a live hangout where you're sharing with people, looking in your camera, smiling on your face, turn on screen sharing and share some great value with them. Whatever that value may be, any victory that you've had online. If you've been in line, if you've, like the example I used last night. I went out, I bought a solo ad. I bought a 100-click solo ad and I got 37 subscribers. Share that success and then show people what you did to make that happen. Okay, that's giving value. that's starting to cultivate some trust with people and keeping them intrigued. Okay, well, this guy's getting results. Let's see what else he can do. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? The other key thing that's important here, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call social proof. And social proof can be testimonials from people that you've worked with. It can be projects that you've worked on. But it's some credible piece of information about you that shares with people, A, who you really are. Okay, not pulling the wool over people's eyes. You'll see all over my presence on the internet. Even when you come inside the academy, I talk about mentorship and trainers and stuff like that and mentoring, but you'll never see me refer to myself as a coach, trainer, or mentor. Why? Because it's been so abused in our workspace. I see people do it all the time. I see people out there calling themselves coaches and teachers and millionaire mentors, you know, and they've never made more than $5,000 in any given month in their life. Some of them have never even made that much money, let alone making it online. What exactly are they coaching people to do? Think about that. Okay. Keep it real. Just like I say here, I'm a happy stay-at-home husband, dad, and grandpa from Fort Pierce, Florida, who loves God, my family, and enjoys fishing and Florida living. By God's amazing grace, I share a little bit of my story. I've been a full-time home business owner for 10 years. My passion is to share what I've learned. Okay. This is also a great place that if you've had a struggle that you've overcome, share that here. I can relate with this struggle that people have been through because Lord knows I went through it for a long time. Okay, I still every day work diligently toward reaching my goals and my purpose here for what it is that I'm doing. And it's all written down in my notebook right here, all the way through to my global purpose. Why am I here? Okay, now in this case, I use the social proof of the Rock Stars of JV's ZooCom book that we just co-authored with New York Times bestselling author Joel Comm. Okay, just giving people some validity that, hey, you know, I'm not just any other guy out here, you know, sharing content with you. You know, I'm a guy that's been through many of the same challenges you've been through, and I can show you how to overcome those challenges that you're facing. Okay, if you're not getting the traffic that you want to build a list, I can show you how to get the traffic. I can show you where to get the traffic. I can show you what resources to use and which resources not to use so you're not wasting your money. This is the type of information that people want. I can show you how to convert traffic to subscribers and followers. I can show you how to convert subscribers to followers, to sales and signups in your business opportunities. I can show you all that stuff. And it's not near as complicated as what a lot of people think it is. You just have to follow the processes that work. Okay. And then the last thing that you want to do is give people an incredible value proposition and call them to the action of clicking a button and start stepping them through your funnel. It's really just this simple, guys. And the mechanics are very easy. When I come down here, I mean, this system here operates pretty much like Microsoft Word or any of the word processing softwares that you may use. You know, if you want to embed a video, you just click this button right here and put your embed code for the video there and click OK, and boom, your video shows up right here on the page. You create your content directly underneath that, you know, add a button here, and there, you know, that might be something that you don't know how to do. And if you don't know how to do that, there's two simple ways to figure that out. Okay. Number one is learn some basic HTML code, or number two is reach out and ask somebody, hey, how do I add that button? Okay, well, do you have a button that you want to use? No, where do I find a button? That's why we do what we do at the Academy, so people don't have to sit back and struggle to figure things out on their own. That's why we have the group that we have. They're on Facebook. So if you got questions, you can get them answered. One of the biggest mistakes that I made, guys and gals, was sitting back trying to figure things out on my own for years. And that is a condition of ego. Okay? Where the truth of the matter is that if you're going to get to the point where you're creating abundance in your life, ego's got to go, and you've got to be willing to humble yourself and become vulnerable and be real with people. I'm a grandpa from Fort Pierce, Florida, who's been doing this for a long time. I can relate with the struggles that you've been through, but at the same time, I can also show you how to overcome those struggles and create, a fantastic life for yourself and your families. Okay. So like I said, all of this pretty much just works like a word processor, adding images and adding graphics. That's a little bit more technologically advanced, but I'm going to be doing a video on that as well to show people how to do that. Okay. It's not hard. You'll see here that your profile creation tool here bounces back and forth between design and HTML. And as long as you can add an image here and learn how to link the image, you can create clickable images that lead to your capture pages. But again, this is one of those things that, either you're going to learn how to do or you're going to outsource it to somebody. Because as many people who are watching this video are going to find, making money online goes a lot further than just posting ads and leading people to a sales page or a lead capture page. If you're not engaging with people and people are not connecting with you and relating with you, you can forget conversion. I don't care how great your offer is. I mean, you might get a sale or two here and there, but I mean, as far as creating wealth is concerned, okay, guys, it just doesn't happen. And if it did happen like that, the top earners in our industry would remain nameless. Think about it. Nobody would know who they were. Even the top affiliate marketers in our workspace, people know who they are. Why? Because they understand the power of sharing value and that branding that comes with it. Okay? So business links and backlinks. If you want to add additional links here, you can do that link to different places online. Okay, if I wanted to link to my blog here, okay, I could say the official blog of Rex Harris and type the URL for my blog here. Click save. So now I've added a link to my blog. That's how easy it is to add clickable links. The social networks that I'm involved with, so people can find me there. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, networked blogs, my Facebook fan page. All of that stuff here. Okay, YouTube channel. Okay, it's this simple. Boom, now there's a link to my YouTube channel there, just like that. All of that stuff important, guys, if you want people to be able to find you, which you do. Okay, business videos, any videos that you create here, you can actually post and host right here by simply putting the title of the video, the link to it. Okay, you can actually add another link there in your video keywords, and now you've got even more content to share. Okay, and for those of you that want to monetize your IBO social profile with Google AdSense, you can do that here, but I recommend that you watch the video that they offer on this and follow the compliance. I don't do this, okay, but it's something that's available for you for those of you that want to do that. Okay, I utilize my profile for the purposes of cloning myself, generating new subscribers to my list, and finding those diamonds that we talked about last night during our presentation. Because the truth of the matter is this, ladies and gentlemen, you only need 5 to 6 diamonds in your organization, meaning quality, qualified people who are willing to do whatever it takes to create a team that's going to work together to create financial success for everybody. Okay, I set my presence up online to be a sifting, sorting, and filtering process, especially for when it comes to bringing people into my business opportunity. Because it's like I say, and you guys have heard me say this, and you'll hear me say it again and again and again. I even said it on the press release I put out there today. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you're not at a 10 in terms of how much you desire to be free and how much you want to reach your monthly income goal, I can't work with you. I can't work with people that are a 7, 8, or 9, because that means they're already 10, 20, 30% in the hole as far as belief that they can even do it. But the truth is you can do it. You just have to learn how. And if you're having struggles believing in yourself, there's ways to fix that too. Okay, because I've been there. I was a guy that had a hard time believing in myself for a long time. But I made the change. How did I make that change? I just walked up to the things that I was afraid of and did them anyway. And I still do it. I still have to do that all the time. All right. Whether I want to do it or not, I step into it. And as I step into it and I become better at it, guess what? I begin to enjoy it. Okay. I used to be one of those guys that wanted to hide behind my computer and make money. You used to be able to do that back around like 2000, 2001, 2002. That's all we did was sit at our computer and send emails and send links out. We made money all day long. It doesn't work like that anymore. Right? Especially if you want to create life-changing wealth that's going to take care of your family for now and for future generations. And it's doable when you follow the processes. All right. So follow what we shared in this video today to create a winning profile here on IBO Toolbox. It will serve you well. All right. And we'll be getting into more of this stuff as we release videos here in the future. We're going to be adding more of the mechanics to marketing online to the Academy of Home Business. If you're watching this video today and you're not already a member of the Academy of Home Business, we've got some tremendous free training for you right on the main page of our site. All you got to do is go over there, www.academyofhomebusiness.com, to get access to that. There's even more value, okay, when you create your free account. And the value inside the Academy, ladies and gentlemen, is ridiculous. Okay, we give an insane amount of value inside the Academy, and all you've got to do is go create a free account. All right, and you can even earn an incredible amount of referral commissions through there as well. Cool. So I hope you guys got some value from this today. And like I said, if you're not already a member of the Academy, academyofhomebusiness.com, get signed up. Okay, it's very simple to do. We do a ton of live training. There's step-by-step videos in there, and we're going to continue to show you the mechanics and the processes step-by-step as we go. All right. So again, I hope you found this video useful. You have a great afternoon and God bless you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.